drama, just banter. But here we are. Exactly. Okay, so I appreciate you guys sitting through that with me. I know it's not easy for a lot of people to listen to this. I heard somebody say something about that there's no survivors. There's no survivors anymore of the Holocaust.
Who said that?
Yeah, bitch, there is. There sure as fuck is.
Could you say who?
You don't think that these people, they're children, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren.
What did you just say? What the frick did you just say?
Who were you listening to that said
There's
that?
No Holocaust survivors. So why does it
Have
matter?
you got a
I'm
receipt?
sure I heard that somewhere along those lines.
Wow. Well, that shows their ignorance.
Right? Exactly.
So you're not sure where it came from?
Yeah, there are.
And there are children. People pissed off.
Exactly. We have children. We have grandchildren, great-grandchildren. Those are all survivors. In my opinion, those are all survivors of the Holocaust. So, yes, Brittany Jane never wrote that song. No, she didn't. She didn't write it. It was friends of hers that wrote that. I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely. But Brittany played it. She listened to it and she played it and she said that she loved it. It was amazing. And she should have listened to the words. Yes, yeah. And she should have listened to the words. Nobody can tell me that wasn't put in there as a dig to Granny's Watching.
So nobody can tell you.
Nobody's ever probably going to convince me otherwise.
Nobody's going to convince you otherwise that it wasn't written for Granny. Hey, I wrote the lyrics. Jules put the song together. She created the lyrics base as a whole. It's her work. I wrote a comment. Obviously, it's the comment that's getting everyone all, ooh. Well, not everyone. I shouldn't generalize. This is the problem. Generalizations, getting people into trouble. Why not go back towards what was the problem? You're upset with what happened to people pre-1939, Germany? If your understanding is that there's a problem there, that's exactly what was being pointed out, that there is a problem similar to what was happening back then. And nobody will convince you, apparently, that it wasn't written for Granny. That's okay. When somebody listens to a song, they hear the lyrics to themselves, the way that their mind interprets it or however it connects. You're making your connection. You can be educated and told otherwise, but nobody will convince you, you say. That's a you thing again. What else have you got to say about this? How upset are you?
That's what that was.
You think that's what it is?
I really think that's fucking gross.
It would be if it was written towards her. Would it? Really? Okay. Fine. That's a totally different situation.
That may have been their focus. But there's thousands of people in this community. There are thousands of people in this community.
Surviving the survivor's mother is a Holocaust survivor. She's still alive. That comes from Miss Upperthigh in chat.
Yes, I see. I just highlighted it. Thank you, Miss Upperthigh.
I met a Holocaust survivor when I was in junior high. And it leaves an impression on you. Being
Jewish by heritage leaves an impression on you. Builds up a lot of understanding about things like the pogrom and how people were rescued or looking for ways to try and help each other, try and stop what was going on, but they couldn't. There were things that over or what was happening to them. Propaganda. I just can't explain it to you. You can't be told. Remember?
With AI,
I don't even know who she is. She thinks that the word Jew had to be added in. It wasn't. Well,
one of the writers is Zoots. Yeah, Zoots and Boots.
Yep.
Is German and she only knows a small amount of English.
Pardon? Okay, so Wispy is either reading the comment or going along with this. In her mind, Zoots and Boots is German and only knows a limited amount of English. I'm not even going to try to linguistically backflip around all of this for you. It would be too laborious for you to even try and look up all of the words, research, find out what the fuck I'm going to mean to you. I mean nothing to you, obviously. You think? I haven't said, I don't know, in a lot of places, I'm Australian. Hey, happy koalas, happy kangaroos. I do it quite often. I'm really proud of being Australian. Sets me apart from a lot of people. I wouldn't mind being German. I don't have German heritage. Well, I don't know what great-great-grandfathers and grandmothers might have been up to, maybe, but Czechoslovakian mixture of like very proud Palestinian Israeli double passport situation with some relatives. Being Australian, being German, I'm not American. I've got a very different opinion on things than you do. This is, again, you don't understand the research. You think I don't understand what I've said in the lines that I wrote, and you think that I don't know English very well. Limited amount of English. Wispy, you're a fool, you're a fraud, you're a fake. I hope you get well. Because your obsession with yourself, it's not looking too good.
Well, you got to be careful. I'm telling you, you got to be careful.
Do you?
You got to be careful.
Of what?
You got to think about, like I just said, maybe they thought that was a dig at Granny.
Maybe they thought. So your mind, wait.
There's a lot of Jews here.
Your mind has now thought into what somebody else might thought, but they might not actually have been doing it. Yet you're going to set yourself a path to believe that. Do you even understand your own mind?
Sure. There is a lot of Jewish people here.
I agree with you, Toto.
So being Jewish has something to do with it? Does it?
It's not good. So,
Like I
anyways,
said in somebody else's
I
chat.
don't go way far into that because I know the subject can be touchy for a lot of people.
Bit touchy.
But
Go and have a look at some lyrics like Bob Dylan's. There's something fairly strong in what I wrote and what obviously Jules picked up on and what is a mood or a sentiment going around. That's a fairly well wide known thing throughout the world about propaganda, about the way that people are conditioned. I didn't write anything to do with race or religion or that stupid granny's watching idiot that you all don't know whether or not she's your mascot or your masthead to ram into the walls of the sea. You don't know what to do with her, do you? And this is becoming a problem because you can't see the propaganda. You can't understand. It's about politics. Politics happens between people, between parties, between nations, and then things come to an end. If you can't understand, that's why we are not friends.